Hey everybody, thanks for coming to check out today's video. Today I'm going to solve a problem that I've had here in the shop pretty much as long as I've been working here in the shop, and that is I keep leaning all of my stock rebar in corners because I'm lazy. But today I'm decided I'm going to stop being lazy. I'm going to make a rack to organize all my rebar. Maybe some other miscellaneous pieces will fit in there too. But I keep tripping over the rebar, so that's really the one I'm going to focus on today. So let me show you how I did it. To start things out, I'm making the upper and lower frame for the rack. I'm using the leftover 2x2 tube that I had from making the stand on the giant smoker a little while ago. And since I'm organizing the shop, I might as well use some of my leftover material to make the new rack. Gets it out of the way and I use it up. Win-win. After I got the first frame tacked up, I wanted to check it for square, which in all honesty doesn't really mean too much since I hand cut all my parts. But ego boost, it did feel good that when I measured it, it was within a 16th. So, you know, it feels pretty good. Now I just gotta go through, put the second frame together, and then I'll get it all welded up, and then we'll start figuring out the uprights. I know it doesn't matter, but this one was spot on. You know, no big deal or nothing, but it's kind of cool that it was perfect. So we're gonna move on and get it all welded up. When I went to move this frame off the table so I could get the next one on and weld it, I wasn't paying attention, set it down, and it fell and knocked the other frame out of my hand. It actually kind of scared me a little bit, not gonna lie. So just gotta get this one welded up and then we'll move on. The next step that I need to take care of is making the uprights. I had a bunch of pipe left over from when I bought material to make benders, arms, and legs. Oh, you can see them back there just sitting on the bench. But I bought way too much, so I decided since I ran out of 2x2 that I would just burn up some of this pipe. I think it's 1.75 inches, but it doesn't really matter either way. But I'm going to go through, get all that fit together, then I will get the other frame on, and then I will move on to how I will be dividing out all of my sections. My buddy was sitting here while I built this project and asked if I needed any help putting the top onto the other frame, and for some reason I found it a weird point of pride that no, I didn't need help, I'll do it by myself. And honestly, it wasn't that bad and I didn't struggle too hard. So I'm going to finish getting the rest of the top and bottom all tacked together, make sure everything's relatively straight and good to go through, weld it all, and then I will show you all of the rebar that I will be using to make little sections. For the sectioning on the bottom, I am using 1/4 inch rebar. I actually have a huge pile of these things laying around. They're all bent, so unfortunately I had to go through and try to straighten all of the pieces out that I'll be using, which was just kind of a pain, but I'm not even going to bother cleaning them. It's a rack to hold things. Nobody really cares. The spacing, though, I am making 4-inch sections all the way across. I am not going to add another layer going the opposite way on the bottom. I feel like it might be slightly overkill and slightly annoying to deal with later. I do want to add 2 horizontal pieces to the top of the frame to add more individual sections for different sizes or whatever I end up doing. I didn't have pieces long enough after I straightened a few of them, so I just cut some scab pieces, welded them together to give me the overall length that I needed so I could have the grid pattern that I'm going for. I actually really enjoyed this project. It only took me a few hours to build this, got rid of a bunch of extra stuff that I had laying around, and the added storage and organization is honestly great to have in the shop. So if you need storage, I recommend trying to make something similar to this. Maybe not exactly, maybe you have different material laying around, but honestly, it's pretty easy, simple build.
Okay, so typically I give you B-roll for my projects, but how do you B-roll a material rack? Ooh, look, there's material. And it's all organized in the rack. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Like, subscribe, comment, you know the jazz.